Hey guys, what is up? My name is Kaylee. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with a video I haven't done in very many months because every time I think to do it I feel very overwhelmed and I keep putting it off, and that is a book haul. I'm going to do a haul of both February and March because that is when I can date back to with probably 98% accuracy, and it includes my birthday, so I've got a few birthday gifts, and thus this looks very thick and nice and not just like, here's my 4 books. Anyway, without further ado, here is my book haul from both February and March. First and foremost, my mom is moving from my childhood home, so I went down in her basement to look at like what remained, and I found 2 books that I see on Booktube all the time that I must have purchased when I was a teenager and just never read, or it's possible I read them and don't remember them because my memory is absolute shit, and that is The Pretties and the Uglies by Scott Westerfield. I will get to them maybe eventually at some point, but I figured I'd rather own them because I already own them technically than let them go when she moves and maybe later try and find them again. You know what I mean? So anyway, got these 2. Not my favorite covers. Don't really like real people on book covers. Much prefer art. Not gonna complain because they're technically free books that I already owned. Then for my birthday, Kayla over at On the Fritz, who hasn't uploaded a video in forever, but we're still friends on Twitter, and she's awesome and still reads fuck tons of books every month, like 15 to 20 graphic novels, and she reads paranormal romance and just a whole slew of things, sent me so kindly Orange Volumes 1 and 2, the complete collection. If you watched my wrap-up, you saw that Orange is now one of my favorites, and I need to get to number 2 in May, but thank you so much, Kayla. Then in March, I joined Book of the Month Club, which was something that I went back and forth on for forever because I don't really care for the covers, and like I don't like their little stamp. And then like they look a little bit more cheaply made and they're not as fun hardbacks. So like I'll never use them for books that I really love the way they look, because definitely they're a little bit cheaper because the deal is so fucking great. Like $15 for an adult hardback and then $10 for add-ons. You really can't beat that. So I've got 2 books last month, and that is When the Sky Fell on Splendor by Emily Henry and Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have officially read both of these now. You saw this one already in my wrap-up for March. This one will be in my April wrap-up because it is the first book that I read in April for my owls. So you'll hear more about them then. Next, I picked up this used copy because the Sassy Book Club, hosted by Miss Sassy Cassie, read this for her March book club, and that is The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch. I got this used copy through Barnes & Noble, and I really liked the cover online. I thought this had a little more foil to it, but I shouldn't be surprised that it doesn't because it is pretty old in terms of publication date. But nonetheless, Lies of Locke Lamora. One of my pre-orders from March was Space Boy Volume 3 by Stephen McCraney. Obviously the 3rd volume. Every volume comes out like every couple months now because you can get the webcomics online, but I really like, I'm pretty sure you can see in camera, that I can't do this. This is working out well. They form a picture, and so I like them enough that I want to own them and have a cute little... Eventually I'll have a shelf of graphic novels and mangas when I get the new bookshelf that I've been talking about since I started BookTube. Excellent. Another book I got through, what is it called? Thrift Books, I believe, is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I absolutely love this book. I read this, I was pregnant with Finch, so sometime in 2017. And this is a very polarizing book, but I'm one of the people that really loved it. Cannot wait for her 2nd novel, finally, after years. As if it's easy to write a book. It's coming out, I believe, in the fall. Cannot wait for it, but I finally got my hands on a copy. I really dig this cover, and it's got one of those like old school ribbon bookmarks. There's nothing really exciting about the actual cover, but I own it, and it was pretty cheap on Thrift Books. Also for my birthday, my husband got me both, and I'm reading it currently so I have a bookmark in it, but Norwegian Wood by Haruki Murakami and Black Leopard Red Wolf by Marlon James. I have not read this yet. I intend to soon, like everything else, but I'm currently reading this for my owls, and this was a total cover buy. Also, the plot seems very cool, but I have not heard much about it since it released, and the things I have heard are wishy-washy, so I can't wait to get into it because I felt like it would have American Gods vibes, and it's blurred by Gaiman, I do believe. Yeah, nice big old blurb by Neil Gaiman. So we'll see when I get to it how I feel. Next are two gifts that I got from Lacey over at Lacey D. Bell. I will link her down below. She's one of my BookTube besties, and she sent me The Gilded Wolves by Roshani Chokshi, and also, I'm real bad at juggling books, let me tell you, Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. I've yet to get to Skyward, but I cannot wait. I read Mistborn recently, and I love Brandon Sanderson's writing. I have read The Gilded Wolves. It has kind of been like the controversial book of the last month or two. You've seen my review for it. If you haven't, it's in my February wrap-up. It was okay. Thank you, Lacey. You're the best. Also, one of my most anticipated reads of the year that I had pre-ordered that came in was The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I filmed my wrap-up just before this, so hopefully that's already up. You'll see my thoughts on this book as I did read it last month. It's a hunker, but it's really, really amazing and you should check it out. We are coming to a close. The two books that I read for my birthday, I didn't read these actually, I haven't read either of these. The two books that I got for my birthday, just shopping at Barnes & Noble. My husband and I went to dinner, then we stopped at Whole Foods to get some vegan cake slices, and then we went to Barnes & Noble because who would I be if I didn't go to Barnes & Noble on my birthday? And I picked up The Dark Vault by Victoria Schwab because I need to own everything that she writes always. And I know very little about it, but that's that. And The Wolf and the Whale by Jordana Max Brodsky, which has pretty decent hype, so I'm trying to get to it in April. We'll see, cross my fingers. I think that I'll be able to, we hope. And last but not least, certainly not least, the very tail end of March, I entered a giveaway by Kay Ingram for a signed copy of her newest book, The Weight of the Stars, and I won. So here it is. It's funny because I live really pretty close to where she is, so she literally shipped it and it made it to me the next day, but it is a signed copy. I really enjoyed The Wicker King. This is also on my Owls TBR, though it's not one I need for my career. So it's kind of like a bonus once I get my career Owls done. And I'm so excited to have it. I can't wait. I know Julie from Pages and Pens is like her favorite book of the year, and she's a big Kay Ingram fan now, and I can't blame her. The Wicker King was really great. So that's that. Alright guys, that is it. That is my February and March book haul. If there are any on here that you've read and think I need to prioritize, let me know. I've read some of them already because my New Year's resolution was to read books as I got them if they were pre-orders, so I'm keeping up to that for the most part, doing real well. Other than that, that is it for me. My first book haul video in forever, so I apologize. I'll try and keep more on top of it from now on. Like if you've liked this video, subscribe if you're new here and want to see more content from me. We are friends. We are friends. If you would like to be my friend on any other social platform, I have my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Goodreads link below. I hope to see you there. I hope to see you in my next video as well. See you in the next one.